an ancient land with roots reaching right back to the beginning of time. Centuries before Jesus, a man was born here whose genius still shapes our world. His name was Zarathustra. We call him Zoroaster. Fire was his fascination. In its flickering mystery, he saw things which few had seen before. A single supreme being. A heaven for the good and a hell for the wicked. A divine saviour and a last judgment. Jews and Christians have long embraced versions of these beliefs, beliefs which are still at the centre of our civilization today. Further on into northwestern Iran, the snows from Central Asia sweep across the mountains as the winter temperatures plunge below zero. Now I head off alone on a personal mission to a place called Takht Solomon, Solomon's throne. Legend has it that it was here King Solomon struck the ground with his staff. Instantly steaming water poured from the earth, and the Queen of Sheba was able to have a hot bath. But there's another legend. Also beside this thermal lake, I find the ruins of a Zoroastrian temple. This is one of the places where the great mystic, Zoroaster, is supposed to have been born. In this pit, some of the most sacred fires of Zoroastrianism once burned. Eternal flames tended by priests called magis. Magic flames, for that's the source of the word magic. Flames never to be extinguished. And it's here at the so-called throne of a Jewish king that the myths of four religions merge. It was from here, 2,000 years ago, that three magi set off in search of a newborn child, guided by a star. The star took them to Bethlehem. There they found a Christian son of God and a great prophet of Islam, Jesus. It's a tough climb, but the view is worth it, and once more I feel the presence of Zoroaster. These are the ruins of an ancient temple, once more taking me back to a time that precedes Islam, where once the sacred flames burned. Tomorrow I set out for the source of that fire, a fire that hasn't been extinguished for thousands of years. Persepolis, or Parsa, was also an important center of the state belief, Zoroastrianism, which is the real reason I'm here. Near Parsa is a group of living Zoroastrians, worshipping before the tomb of a former Persian emperor, Darius the Great. It's a sign of a thaw in fundamentalist Iran. They were prevented from doing this until very recently.
Thank you very much.
It's very old.
You are welcome to Iran. No? Yes, of course. It's of 205,000 years ago.
Really?
2,500 years ago, yes. This ceremony, it will be continued always. And over here, as you see, over there, you see the moon.
This strange winged figure is the sacred symbol of Zoroaster's god. And as always, central to their worship is fire.
Could you explain to me why you burn the fire every time that you pray? You believe in
Su içi mi şey?
brightness.
You see, always we must stand towards the light.
The
Makes
light.
no difference. Now there is sun, we can stand towards the sun. If there is no sun, we turn on the fire, and we
The light
always
of
toward the light we stand.
The light of
Yes,
moon,
there
the
should be
light of
beam.
star.
Always
So
there
it's
should be,
always warmth and light.
Rays of fire, rays of sun, rays of whatever it is light. Towards the light we stand and pray. Because we believe that brightness brings happiness in life.
That's a
Due
nice
to
way to
that,
look-
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So at last I've found the people of the flame. But if I want to see the ancient flame itself, I must go further east. There I will find the original fire lit all those years ago by Zoroaster. And then I arrive at my destination. It's called Chakchak, a cluster of buildings embedded into a massive mountain. This is the end of my journey. This is where I'll find the sacred flame. Chakchak is one of the most important of all Zoroastrian shrines. Anyone entering it must be purified. So suitably washed, I leave my shoes at the door and enter the sanctuary. And there before me is the flame I've come all this way to see. All around me are the worshippers. I don't understand the words, but in their faces I see something that needs no translation. And now I gaze at a fire that's been burning for nearly 2,500 years, never extinguished. Fire kindled from fire, flame begetting flame in an ancient line of descent from that first fire of Zoroaster. I'm staring at their gift of God. And as I watch, I'm reminded of the man who first conceived those values we still hold sacred today. Long before the dawn of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, it was Zoroaster who first saw a single supreme being, a struggle between good and evil, a savior, a last judgment, a beginning and an end.